Hey, good morning, everybody. Feels a little loud. Feels a little loud right now. Let me see if it is indeed. Feels a little loud. All right. So, hey, we're playing some Minecraft today. I thought, let's do that, shall we? So, I don't have a big plan today. I was just kind of walking back from the bus, thinking about what we did in the last stream. My goodness, it feels really loud. Okay, I have to turn down the volume more. Let's see. I'm playing different music than I usually play, and this is a lot louder. Oh, I know why. I didn't ever normalize this. These are just regular songs, so I got to bring the volume down. Okay, you have to let me know if you can hear it whenever you get on. Okay, so let's go sleep and figure out. I think probably I want to work on farmland at least for a little bit. Today it's going to be a little different. I don't have a pressing school project. I don't have any project, actually. I have a final coming up at some point. So, since that's still coming, I thought, what the heck, let's play a little bit longer today. So we're actually playing some more Minecraft today than we have been playing recently. So yeah, so we're gonna play past 9 o'clock today, just for fun, since I don't have a lot to do, and just, you know, just play and enjoy the game. It's a beautiful, wonderful game that we have. Look at this. Oh man, there's so many things I want to add. But I want to deal with this farmland. That is pressing because it, you know. Well, so there's actually a lore reason why I want to do this farmland. And that is because, you know, and all these people were gone. All the people from Fixtopia were gone in the void for 3,000 days. They're all back now. But in addition to all of them being back, also the people from the ancient past. What's up, Trail? Got a little bug in my throat there. All the people from the ancient past that James Doan saved, they're also all back. They all came through the mirror. So the population of Fixtopia is booming very suddenly. Now, it's already been 2 years since they came back from the mirror, if you can believe that. That's crazy, right? It's been 2 years since they came back from the mirror. Because we're at day 17,600, so not quite, but, you know, coming up on 2 years, which is nuts. That's hard to even think about. So for 2 years, they've been eating down the food stores and all that kind of stuff. But food is going to be a problem. So we're going to have to work on some crop fields just for the lore reason, in addition to making the world feel even more immersive and awesome. So let's do that now. So I was collecting, what was I? I was collecting spruce before. So let's continue collecting spruce, because we're going to need just gobs of leaves. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to take we'll use the haunted house for a staging area. Actually, that doesn't make sense. We'll use why do you have so many birch leaves, I wonder? The haunted house doesn't make sense. We'll use what's the name of that other kingdom? I can't remember. It's been 7 months in game. No, we hang to the real time here. It's been, yeah, I mean, that's crazy. So oh yeah, I had to repair the tools. That's where we left off. I was repairing tools. That's right. Okay, now I'm back. I didn't play at all yesterday, other than the stream, so having a hard time sort of remembering. Usually I do play a little bit in the afternoon, just as like a study break or whatever, but I didn't at all yesterday. So I took my last quiz, and I have one more final left, but the final's not open yet. None of us know what's on it. None of us know when it opens. None of us know anything yet. We're all beginning to get a little bit irritated about that fact, but good morning, woman mother. So since like we don't know anything about the final yet, I just finished my last thing of the semester, except for that final. I just decided that today I was just going to kind of take it off and just play some Minecraft, chill. There's a lot of house things. I have a running toilet that I need to address today. That's just been like pouring water down the drain, so that's gonna be something that I do. And yeah, just like put clean clothes away, you know, that kind of, I need to do some domestic stuff today, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play some Minecraft a little bit later than I usually do, so we're gonna be on 9 a.m. today. Just yeah, try to get some good progress done in this world today, and try to remember what it's like to enjoy life and not have like incredible amounts of schoolwork looming every second, you know. Anyway, so yeah, that's the plan. How are you guys doing? I have learned. I have a week and a half to do all 5 classes. Trail, I don't understand your degree. Because you just did like 3 classes in like a weekend. So I don't understand why you have to do 5 classes. I don't understand. Like, don't you have any sort of schedule, or have you put off everything until the very, very end, and now you're paying the piper? I don't get it. Like, you've been working like a complete madman. You need to. Dad needs to do. Yeah. Today's a dad around the house day, basically. I'm not going to touch schoolwork all day. I am not going to touch the trumpet. I'm not going to touch anything except for just stuff that needs to be done. Like, I still have, it's getting pretty cold outside, and I still have my beer fridge out in the garage that I need to bring in before I have a bunch of exploded cans. And, you know, just stuff. I just have stuff to do. Like, not a lot. It won't take all day, but stuff I've been kind of putting off because of work and everything, you know? Trail, I don't know if you noticed in the last video, I officially named the haunted house Trail Manor. Your name reminds me of Bly Manor, the haunted house series from Netflix, and it sort of made me chuckle, so I decided to just go there. So you officially got the haunted house named after you. Your name is just perfect for a haunted house manor name. It's a great name. I think I called it Trails Manor in the video by accident. It's gonna be Trail Manor, like Bly Manor, basically. I do want to work on the interior on this block. Man, this block, there's no way I'm gonna get everything done this block. Like, this 1,000 days is just, oh, darn it, man, if you go too far, the tree capacitor takes over and eradicates the leaves, and I don't want that. I want the leaves. Yeah, this block is just blowing by. There's so many things I wanted to do this 1,000 days, and we're gonna do half of them, not even. Nah, it's no honor. It's just, you know, it like, the name sort of made me laugh. I didn't have a good name for it, so it was perfect. Plus, you know, I like to, you know, in a little way, tip my cap. It's the littlest possible way, but tip my cap to you guys who actually come and hang out and keep me company every morning, you know? It's really cool. Oh, we're gonna have to do some running around and stuff of all this. What's the name of the supporter kingdom again? Why can't I come up with it? It has a W and a Y in it. You know what? I'm gonna have to get some saplings. Let's just cut down a couple trees just to get some saplings. Because I'm gonna have to replant, obviously. I can't believe I don't have a giant amount of spruce saplings from this. Do I not? Maybe I don't. Hold on. Do I not have saplings? Is there? There's got to be a chest somewhere around. Maybe over here. Yeah. Okay. There they are. Can you guys hear the music at all? By the way, I'm guessing this is. I just played my album. Well, both of my 2 albums that I recorded many a year ago at this point now. This was a series called Midnight Sessions I recorded up in Montreal with a wonderful piano player. And just the 2 of us, just a duo. I haven't listened to this in ages. So it was cool. It was a fun time. We you show up at midnight after the studio closes down, and then with whatever group you want, the contract doesn't stipulate who you bring. So it's like whoever you want to bring, and you record for like, I can't remember, 3 or 4 hours, and like whatever you get is what you get. It's a one-time thing. It was like a package deal because they just wanted to fill out studio time, like, you know, on the off hours. So we did a midnight session contract, and I always thought it'd be cool. Now, if I could do it again, I would have done it with a B3 player, B3 organ player, and a drummer. That's my dream band is is a trio. It's B3 organ and me and a drummer. That would be like a dream band to play with. I love trumpet and B3, man. That makes me, I love that. But at that time, of course, I didn't know a B3 player up there at that time because it's a very specific skill set. I was gonna ask, where can I listen it? I'll just, it's actually it should be linked for all supporters, but I would just give it to any of you guys, of course. Come on. Let me see if it's in. I bet it is linked. I bet it's pinned. Hold on, let me see. It's not pinned. Okay, I'll pin it right now. I think I'm almost sure I have it in my Dropbox. Give me a second here. Or maybe my Google Drive. I don't know which one it's in. Oh, by the way, hey, if you guys don't know, by the way, Gemini right now is free for students for a year. So if you or anyone you know is a student with a student ID, you can get a year of Google Gemini for sorry, I'm getting distracted because I'm trying to link this. You can get a year for free with any student like login. It's pretty sweet. I changed the name of my albums. I changed it to what, Realm of Vassin or Realm of Jazz or something like that because I didn't want to put up my real name just for anybody to see. At that time, I'm a little bit less stringent about hiding my real name these days, but back in those days I was, and so I changed the name. That's not the actual name where you would find the album necessarily, but yeah, there's the MP3s. You guys, if you're so inclined, you can download. One is with the jazz quintet that I wrote everything. I wrote all the music for, with the full quintet, and then the one with the midnight session with just me and a piano player that's just raw. It's just the raw recordings of just me and a piano player playing standards. So there's not like, it's not like it's not original composition. Like this song called Bag Screw. This was really fun though. It was cool to just like stand there and like, hey, what do you want to play, and name a tune and then just kick it off and just go. And I miss that. You know, you don't get to do that in the recording session very much. Recording time is usually too valuable, so this was a really cool thing to do. Mm-hmm. So I think what we'll do is I'll gather spruce, oak, and then I have so many mangrove leaves just from deforesting that mangrove jungle, mangrove swamp, that I think I'll just use spruce, oak, and mangrove for my 3 kind of leaves for the farm. So all we'll have to do is we'll just have to get oak leaves, which is, you know, honestly, it's a little bit of a pain, but luckily we have unlimited bone meal, so it won't be that bad. What's up, Andy? Is it the same from yesterday? It's similar. Yeah. Similar. I didn't, because usually, you know what usually happens is usually I play a little bit during the day or at nighttime, like after I'm done with my stuff, I'll play a little bit and sort of finish whatever we started on stream, so that way we can start something new on stream almost every day. But yeah, but that last night didn't I actually went to bed really early last night. I went to bed at like 9. I went to bed at like 9:30 last night, 10 o'clock. Oh, well, like 10:30. So, yeah, I finished a big giant quiz on cleft palate, cleft lip, and tracheostomy. And I did quite well. Feel really good about it. And after finishing it, I just like I have a final in that same class. The only final I've left is in my, of course it is. The only final I've left is in my hardest class, and it's a cumulative final in my medical SLP class. So that would involve everything from all the cables and cords and tubes that are hooked up to someone in a hospital, to ventilator, to tracheostomy, to intubation, to rehab after all that kind of stuff happens, to safe swallowing techniques while on a like either CPAP or nasal cannula or any of that kind of stuff. So it's a lot, and it's all medical terms, and I'm kind of dreading it. So I've just decided, yeah, it's a lot. It's my least favorite class, and it's also, frankly, it's not something I want to go into. Like, I actually did a research paper. This is going to be so boring for everybody, but I actually did a research paper on play techniques with minimally verbal autistic children. And you could pick, it was a cool research paper because you could pick any technique that you wanted to and just do like a 7 to 10 page paper on that technique. And so it was cool. I got to like really dive into this technique called Jasper, which is, I find, just super duper interesting. It's about joint attention and about how you can effectively play with really any kids, but this was particularly focused on minimally verbal autistic children in particular, though the technique works with anyone. And about how, like, you can work with, say you're working with, like, a 3-year-old who isn't really talking at all yet, and you can, like, hold a toy that they want and try to get them to communicate that they want that toy, and then you can use that toy to elicit different sounds from them, like, even by modeling. Like, I could, like, the plane goes vroom, and, like, think about how many things they're learning. If I just say, like, the plane goes vroom, they're hearing so many things from, like, a proper modeling, right? They're hearing, like, complete sentence structure, good phonology as far as word parts, beginning and middle and end of words, and sounds. And maybe they would start to say that. And then just by saying, like, a child sound, like vroom, then you're eliciting a childlike sound effect that they would be likely to try to emulate. It's just such a really positive way to just sort of like, and they don't even know, the kids don't even know that they're in, like, therapy. They think they're just playing with a fun adult, and all of a sudden you're, like, eliciting all these really cool sounds. It's just so cool. Oh, Andy, I just saw your question just now. So yeah, obviously I do, because, like, I'm so about it. It's so interesting. It's just so interesting, but I do not like the medical stuff. I find it interesting, honestly. I do. I find the medical stuff interesting. I just don't want to do it, so it's hard to motivate myself to, like, deeply memorize it all, But I have to, because I have to get through boards and stuff, and the boards do all that stuff. Like, same with swallowing. I'm not super interested in swallowing, but that is part of the scope of practice for a speech-language pathologist. Speech-language pathologist, the big three things are speech and language, obviously, but also swallowing. And, also, like, rehab after a stroke, and I'm not super interested in working with, like, the elderly population. I really want to work with, like, autistic children. That's really, really what I want to do. So it's hard to get myself super duper motivated to, like, memorize that stuff, because I know that that's not really what I want to do, but it is interesting. What's up, Klatos? But yeah, that play-based therapy stuff that I had to read for a research paper was just so motivating and interesting. I was like, yes, that's what I want to do. I want to do that so much. That's so cool. My daughter's being assessed for autism. We're not letting ourselves, or more importantly, not making a big deal about it. Well, it's not a big deal. the assessment rather is not a big deal. You know what I mean? Like the assessment doesn't change anything. Now it could change your perception, but not if you don't let it. I can speak from a lot of experience there. Andy, how old's your daughter, if you don't mind me asking? I kind of thought she was a little bit more grown, but a little older. The assessment itself is that's just words on a paper. That doesn't change. She's early teens, okay. I mean, that doesn't change anything. You know, as far as your daughter or her, or you know, how she is, how she's acting, how she senses things. What it does change, and I can't speak a lot to the UK. I don't have a big knowledge base there, but by getting if she is positive for autism, and it took me years to think of it this way, but it can be a really great thing to have those words on a paper. Now, again, that doesn't change anything about her at all. But what it does do is it allows services to help to be in place. And without those words on a paper, you don't qualify for a lot of those services. So if there are things like speech language pathology or OT, PT, any of that kind of stuff, by having the words on a paper, you instantly qualify for stuff that otherwise you wouldn't. So like, this would have been hard for me to swallow back. I know when I was a lot less educated and before when Harrison first got diagnosed, it would have been difficult. So I say this understanding that it's difficult, but getting those words down can be a really, really good thing because it can open doors that otherwise are closed. Does that make sense? I mean, I know it's really challenging. I know it's difficult, and but it's fortunate that the year is now, and we have so much knowledge on how to best help the autistic population that we did not have even just a handful of years ago. It's really kind of nuts how far it's come in an unbelievably recent time frame. Like articles that are literally 5 or 6 years old are out of date because we've learned so much about it. It's really crazy. I would anytime, Andy, anytime, if you want to talk to me about it off camera, anytime, hit me up, and I would anytime talk to you about it. See, now this song's super loud. You hit me up if you need anything, okay? Because it is a challenging time to go through as a parent. Thought she had severe anxiety and liked things not to change. We thought she was quirky. Took her to the doctor about anxiety, and that's when they referred us. Yeah. My niece is graduating high school next year. I already know what she's getting for her graduation present. What are you getting her? Wait. What did I miss? Well, Mother, I feel like I missed the first half of your statement. It's not so much that they weren't there, just not diagnosed. Maybe you're responding to something I said, and I forgot what I said already. Is the music too loud? It feels so loud to me. Like this album, the problem is I have it on every other song. This album's so much louder. Oh, the number of people with autism. Certainly that's the case, yes. Yeah, certainly. Exactly. Like, back in the old days, they were the either, quirky or weird kids or whatever. And it turns out that no, they're just the people with autism who see the world differently than we do. There's still some techniques that they still teach that are for the autistic population that I don't love. There's a whole thing about operant conditioning, which it involves basically rewarding and punishing good and bad behavior that's still unfortunately taught in some areas. There's still a lot of masking and scripting that I didn't know what it was at the time because I wasn't yet educated about it, but they use a lot of masking and scripting with my son. One of our therapists did, and I always thought this doesn't feel good to me, but I was like, I'm not the expert, and I'm a trust the experts guy. That's my life. I'm a trust the experts guy, but I didn't like it, and I kept saying I don't I don't feel like this is the right thing for my son. They listened and stuff. And now as I'm looking back, they did listen. They did change from that whole masking and scripting thing. But as I'm looking back and as I'm learning more about masking and scripting, I was certainly, my instincts were right, because I hate it. I hate that type of therapy. There is a place for some scripting. I don't believe there's any place for masking. What masking is, if you don't know, masking is when it's an older technique where you would teach kids, maybe kids who stim. You know, stimming is it's like creating sensory for them to help them either calm anxiety or help them focus. Maybe like autistic kids might like rock in their chair or tap their fingers or bounce or like sort of vibrate their head on a desk, or there's a million different ones. And the old way of masking would be, no, don't do that because it's weird, it's atypical, right? And I hate that, because that doesn't do anything to anybody. All hiding masking does is makes the neurotypical people feel more comfortable, and it makes the neurodivergent people, autism or ADHD or whatever, feel much more stressful. So we've luckily, as a society, learned to embrace stimming and allow it for the most part, but there are some older people still who are not yet up to date on that, and they still sort of try to mask stimming and things, which is really sad and unfortunate, because that's just making it about you, you know, instead of about the child or the kid. She has other quirks. We just assumed she had a really interesting personality, but the doctors disagreed. I've also heard of masking, and I'm Woven Mother, 100%. It is in a whole lot of different areas. I specifically am focused in on the autistic population because of life experience and because of what I want to do. But yes, there is masking in all different mental health areas for sure. And as long as it's not harmful, especially when it's about stimming and about sensory, providing yourself a certain level of sensory stimulation, there's no harm in it. And it can really help focus. It doesn't... A lot of times when people are stimming, you think, oh, they're not paying attention. No, they're stimming so that they can pay attention. The theories, the old theories were wrong and pretty painful to a big group of people. Well, Andy, look, if you, once the evaluation comes in, if you want to chat, you hit me up and we can talk about it. I wish I had someone to talk to when I was going through it, because I didn't know anything. When Harrison came back as moderate to severe autistic, I didn't even know what those words really meant. I was that like ignorant of anything. When he came back as moderate to severe autistic, I didn't even really know what that meant. So it was I've had two big learning curves in my life. You know, I've had one where when Harrison was diagnosed, where I sort of self-taught myself, and then the other is, of course, now when I'm learning the deeper school stuff. And you know, it's tough sledding when you're just learning about all of it at once. But the biggest takeaway, just to reiterate, is the diagnosis doesn't change anything about you, your family, your daughter, your perception, nothing at all. But what it does do is it opens up doors to get help where otherwise those doors are closed. And that is a wonderful thing. So as best you can, if it comes back as positive, remember that in the end, even though it might not feel like it at the moment, because it can feel pretty devastating, it opens up a lot of doors that otherwise you could not have access to, and it's a really great thing. Masking is dumb. I can't do it. Wait, though I can't do it though, so I may have a skill issue. Well, masking is not healthy in my semi-informed opinion now. The more I learn about it, because we do have to learn about it still. It's still a taught therapy. It's still a taught therapy technique, believe it or not. And now, most of my textbooks and professors are like, listen, this is pretty old. You know, I don't really like this myself, but here you got to learn about it, right? And like, because it is still taught, I really dislike it. I dislike it completely. Now, you know, I'm sure there are exceptions to that rule, and there are places I'm sure there are. But all masking does, in my opinion, is it makes the listener more comfortable, and it makes the speaker in a very speech-oriented way of thinking. It makes the listener more comfortable. It makes the masker considerably more anxious or less comfortable. So, masking is when you pretend. It's essentially pretending to be normal. Like, for example, someone who needs to rock in their chair. And the reason why they need to do that is because they need to add that extra sensory perception to themselves so that their brain can focus on what they're trying to focus. If you stop them from rocking, it makes their focus considerably harder. So what the old way of doing it would be, no, don't rock, because that's not what, you know, quote unquote normal, or what we would probably call neurotypical kids do. Now, don't rock, because why would you tell them not to rock? It doesn't influence them. In fact, it makes their lives easier, makes their focus easier. All it does is it helps other people feel more comfortable. And that is wrong. It should be about the child with the issue, not other people around them, right? So masking, or like, it could be, I mean, you can mask anything. Like, masking is a big thing in the stuttering population, for example, you know? So it's just faking it, and it causes a ton of anxiety, particularly for younger kids, but it can cause anxiety with any age group. It's just really terrible stuff. Like, telling people to essentially, like, stop, act normal is just, in my mind, pretty shameful, I think. Well, Andy, I totally agree with you, but unfortunately, that's not how everyone thinks, you know? And certainly it's not how everyone thought, you know what I mean? Your niece is getting a house for her graduation gift? Holy cow. Unless you mean like a Lego house. That's a pretty extraordinary graduation gift. All right, Trey, I'll see you. I'm staying on for a little bit today, since I'm done with school, essentially, except for my final. But I'm not studying today, darn it. So I'm gonna play a little bit longer, try to get a little bit more stuff done. Then I gotta fix the toilet. Then after that, the world is my oyster, but I gotta fix the freaking toilet. So tired, man. My water bill's gone up the last couple months, and I know exactly what's happening, and I just haven't had time to fix it. So it's got to happen today. Tired of it. Anyway, yeah. But I still love school. I'm still having a great time. I still really am super interested in almost all of it. Some classes have been a little bit more hit and miss than others. Oh, I know I need so many leaves. I just know I need so many leaves. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of running stuff around. Putting some stuff away. And I need to get another cup of coffee. My neighbor asked me why I don't work. First, none of their business. Like, get out of here. Get out of here with that personal question, neighbor. I told them I'm mentally unstable for work, so I'm not hireable. They responded, "You're the most stable, unstable person I've met." So just keep it masked. Yeah. Well, you know, it's good to have a good, it's good to have a good a good, clear and accurate self-reflection, and understand what your current, you know, what your current limits are. I think that's super duper important. All right. I don't even know what to do right now. Like I need so many things for this project, and I don't even really know where to start. Let's, I guess, start separating. I'm not going to use birch leaves. Excuse me, for this, because I don't feel like shearing a trillion birch leaves. Okay, spruce. This has got to go over there. I can't wait to work on our storage. I thought I was going to work on that this block, but that's never going to happen. That's kind of a different thing. Spruce leaves, spruce leaves, spruce leaves. Okay. There's 4 shulkers of spruce leaves. Maybe I can get 4 shulkers of each. At least start with that and see. I don't know how much it's gonna take, actually. Ugh. Let's see. Carpet? Okay, that's empty. Oh, this is... Okay, yeah, I don't need any of this stuff, so... Alright, let's get rid of all of this. Well, not get rid of, but... Nice to have a bunch of spruce, that's for sure. Oh, I can't wait to have automated storage. It's going to be so nice to just dump stuff into bins and let it sort. Man, it'll be nice. Alright, so we got 3 empties. This could be for oak, right? There we go, 3 empties. These have to go a certain place. And then I need, here's what I want to do next, actually. Let's work this out while you guys are with me, because I want to see if I can figure out how to do that chunk loader thing. I'm not even sure if I know how it works in Bedrock. Actually, no, sorry. I am sure. I don't know how it works on Bedrock. But let's see if we can load this area up. There is a chunk loader that you can do. And I want to sort of figure out. Now, I don't think it matters what level we do it on. And I'm 99% sure that this is a chunk. Yeah, I ate a dark oak slab. It's this animations and stuff that makes everything have like full block states, or you know, full, like, I don't know, girth. So I'm 99% sure that this is a chunk border right here, because whenever well, I think it's still, oh man, I don't know actually. Well, let's try it. All right, so I think what we'll have to do is we'll have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So like here, I guess we can go in the 9th. I don't know. I'm gonna probably need some blocks or something here. Okay, let's go get a little bit of deep slate just so I can make these chunk loaders. I'm gonna try. I don't know. Do you have to throw the do you have to throw the pearl into bubbling water, or do you just drop it? Well, I want to try. There is a way to do it in vanilla. I just don't know it. I just don't know how. But I think So you have to throw it into water. Oh, man. I'm gonna blow this. All right. So you throw it into water. So that's gonna be the goal here. What I want to do is I want to load. I think these are four chunks. Because it's 64 blocks. All my farms, as always, are 64 blocks long. So what I want to do is I'm going to load this chunk right here. Oh, that's not going to work. Okay, so here, we'll do it like this. Right? And then like this, because I don't want to like accidentally pick up the pearl. Oh, it does? It needs to be a particular number of blocks deep? I didn't know that. How deep? Alright. Alright, we gotta search it up. How to do a chunk loader in Bedrock Minecraft 1.21. Okay, should we watch this video together? Hold on.
Find the center of the
Okay, hold on. Let me change my screen here.
chunk, which is going to be around here, and mine down 8 blocks.
8 blocks.
On the 8th block, you want to place a soul sand and 7 buckets of water going all the way up, so all the bubbles come to the top. You can place a bucket of water at the top and fill it with kelp, but this is much easier. After you've done that, you want to just throw an ender pearl in the center so it pops up and down. And this only loads 1 chunk at a time. This will also work even if you're 10,000 to 1,000,000 blocks away. If you're in the same dimension, it will load. This doesn't work if the player logs out or switches dimensions, and it also does not work on Bedrock Edition. When you do come back to the world or server,
it doesn't work in Bedrock Edition? Is this not a thing in Bedrock Edition? Oh, what? No. I thought for sure I could keep this, my big food tower here loaded all the time, but maybe not. Well, okay, so forget that. No! Well, that changes that. Okay. All right, so next thing we're going to do is run some stuff around. I need to take these, this cod to the bunker. Well, if you guys hear of a chunk loader that works in Bedrock, let me know, because I would like to have those 4 chunks loaded so my crops grow whenever I'm doing other stuff. Because I'm going to need to farm a ton of crops for all the farmland that I want to add to this world, you know? I don't want to add on, though. I'm trying really hard to only use graphical add-ons, so I don't want to use... only if there's a vanilla way. I can't believe that Ender Pearl system doesn't work. Oh, there is a command. Hold on. There's a command. Wait. Is it force? Maybe not. Maybe it's only in Java. Well, didn't they add a command? Probably only Java. Well, that stinks. I mean, whatever. I could AFK at the Boneville bunker and get crops that way, because then you get other stuff. Has tick areas? Is there a command or something? Tick? Oh, ticking area. Add list, preload, remove. What's this list? No ticking areas. We're gonna go back. I want to find out. What if that would be each chunk individually? That would be awesome if I could just load those 4 chunks all the time. In fact, if that does work, we might expand that farm even more down. See ya, Klausos. Thanks for hanging, dude. Appreciate it. Oh, now that makes me wonder. It makes me wonder if this does work, if I could just load these 4 chunks, then I'm going to expand that farm down so much lower and just keep on adding layer after layer after layer after layer. Then we won't need to have, like, we won't need to have any other crop areas. I mean, then we can just build aesthetic crops, right? But we won't have to have any more because they'll just be growing all the time. That would be amazing. Thanks, Wolf and Mother. You may have given us a huge advantage here on getting crops grown. I still gotta finish that skyscraper too. Okay, so this is the skyscraper here. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stand within the chunk. I'm 99% sure this is a chunk here. Let's do... I'm gonna mark chunks. Let's do this. So this is the inside of a chunk. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. These two. Okay, 1, 2, make sure this goes to the end. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Last one. Ah! So I feel pretty confident that those are chunks. Okay, so let's see if we can do this. Oh, you shared the wiki page? Okay, I'm going to read the wiki page real quick here. Let me see. Let me read this real quick. Okay. Oh, you can do a ticking area for a range. Add a circle? Oh, that's cool. There are some things I don't know. Oh, you can name it. You can name it. Oh. Oh, I can name it like Steelport Farm. Oh, that's cool. Okay. I kind of generally like to find a, I kind of like to find like an example name. See if I can figure it out. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can figure this out. All right. So it would be first I have to do a game rule coordinates. Ugh. True. Okay, I'll find true. Okay. So we're gonna find this this area right here. We're just gonna a one row. Well, here, we'll just do it like this. Okay, so we're gonna do man. Oh wait, you know what here? How do you ticking area, add no, I actually want this thing. This thing, this thing. Let's see, from there to there, name. So I would just, why would you have to, what's this naming convention? Hold on, I gotta read what the name, what's the naming, or not naming, what's the Boolean? Queries, marks. Boolean. I guess I have to write that because I would want it. So I guess I got to add it first and then preload. This is it's a very confusing way to do something as simple as this. Okay. 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 Okay, I'm gonna have to do that Boolean. I don't know. I'm not really sure how to do this. Let's see if we can figure it out. Okay. I'm just gonna grab all this. Can you not cut and paste chat in Bedrock? I guess I'll use a piece of paper and a pencil like a complete freaking Neanderthal. Hold on, let me get a paper. I can't believe that I can't cut and paste. Okay, fine. 0, 72, 39. Okay. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do this. Let's see if we can figure it out. It'd be awesome. It'd be awesome to have this grow all the time. Okay, here we go. So we're going to do area, add, so 0, 72, 39, tilde, 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 and then we're going to name this Steelport Farm. True? Why is it saying true? Oh, it is used. Okay. Add a ticking area. Okay. Marked for preload. Did we discover something amazing for Bedrock? Minecraft? When I say we, I mean Wolf Mother, you for sure. Okay. So now here's what I want to find out. Let's... Okay, well, okay, so the carrots that are one block up are barely grown, okay? Now we know that. The carrots that are one layer up from the entrance. Now I'm going to go do some other stuff. And then we're going to come back before I log off and see if these carrots, they're one level up. We have to remember that. Are going to be fully grown. That would be amazing. If that area could grow, we're going to go crazy building that. We're going to go all the way down to Bedrock building a farm. That's a newer command. I do remember them adding that, but I don't remember. Well, obviously, I didn't remember how to do it, or I may still not know. Let me see if it says ticking list. Oh, creeper. Yeah, Steelport Farm right there. It just says it. And it is preload, which is what we want. That's so cool. And works anywhere we're in the overworld dimension. And a preload, which I believe means as soon as I log into the game, it will just load up. That's really cool. Man, that's really cool. There was something with the nether portal and a named entry. No, that was the old way to do it. And then the newer way was the Ender Pearl way, but apparently that's only on Java, which I did not know. I gotta light up this whole Shathari spine and build bridges. And Wiki said Y level doesn't matter much since chunk. Yeah, exactly. That's why. So what we'll do is we'll just build down, 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 and just build layer after layer of farm, all within that little 4-chunk area, which will keep, you know, the amount of loaded chunks down, but really exploit how many crops we can get. In fact, if we ever wanted to, we could preload this area too, the Boneville Bunker. But I don't think there's a need for that. And I didn't build this on a chunk, so that would be a little bit more chunks. See, Andy. Andy, let me know if you want to talk about any of that stuff. Anytime. Anytime. Okay, so we're going to put... Let's see. I'm going to keep... I'll just keep this here. I don't need to use this for right now. And this stuff... Oh, give us shift click. Please give us shift click. Hey, they give us the number thing, man. They gave us to be able to press the number in Bedrock, right? That was a big perk. Okay. So, there's that. And look at all these villagers. 50 villagers, all cured and ready to go. I got another 50 to go before this block is over. You have up to 10 ticking areas, yeah. I would like to keep that to about 1, generally. Maybe 2. This would be the only other area that I would ever want to be ticking because of all the different farms that we have within this little area. But not now. I'm gonna break here for just a quick second, go get a cup of coffee. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Let's play some Minecraft. See, Andy. Okay, so let's see. What are we doing here? I'm going to drop this stuff into a chest. I think I have just like a whatever chest. Yeah, kind of a whatever chest. Okay. All right, so next thing we need oak, but while I'm here, I am going to need... to repair my tools, so I may as well just repair it with the villagers. Let's go do that. Man, such a nice emerald farm. I mean, imagine once I get 50 of these dudes. And I get tropical fish for free, just all the time. I can't wait till Bedrock comes up with like a replay mod version. Man, that'd be so nice. That's it? I guess I'll get more tropical fish. The reason why I have all this cod here is specifically so whenever I bring the next 50 villagers in, cod is the second trade, so you can use cod to get villagers up to the third level faster. Yeah, okay. You know what I miss? I miss, there was Inventory Profiles Next is a mod on Java that you can just click one, like basically you can go in one time and you can like highlight the trades that you want to always do. And then every time you click on those, you can just hit boom and it'll just like do all the trades in one button click. It's pretty freaking nice. It's pretty nice. I mean, for this kind of stuff. Yeah, it's a nice mod. But this is, I mean, this is not a, it's not a terrible way to repair my tools, honestly. It's nice to just have a whole bunch of emeralds so that whenever I get my cleric farm built, I can just go there and get unlimited glowstone. That's the other stuff too, like lapis and whatever too, but the glowstone bit from clerics would be really nice. And glass too. Oh man, be able to have like librarian villages that all get glass. Oh, that'd be so nice. So, if I ever did another ticking area and I did the Boneville bunker, here's where I would do it. Because it would be so nice to be able to have this area over here loaded so that my iron farm would be loaded. The wool, the wheat, more, you know, carrot and other crop farms. But the biggest thing is the fish farms. The tropical fish / bone farms would just be loaded all the time. Oh shoot, am I in the wrong? Oh no, sorry. That's my bone farm so far for this place. Yeah, there, look, the fish is starting to fill up. Well, let's do a run. There's just so much going on in the Boneville bunker. I would like to even go harder on that, and then if I ever did do the chunk borders or the chunk loading, we could do that. All right, I'm gonna take these over there just for next trading session. Okay. All right. I don't know. Maybe whenever we come back and work on this, maybe we'll do that. But let's go get some oak leaves and start with some freaking farmland. Got to work on this hallway at some point too. Got to get stairs. I still don't have even stairs going between the different levels of this place, which is crazy because we've been working on this for so long. There's so many projects, so much I want to do. But hey, man, having the ability to put these custom spruce trees around the world is nice. It's really nice. I want to do the next level of spruce trees, and then I want to do the other 2 levels of oak trees soon. Where's my boat? There it is. All right, off to where are we going to? Where do we get oak trees at? We get oak trees at Steelport. I'm going to need to expand that too, actually. Yeah, that's another thing we'll have to expand. We'll have to expand the Steelport oak. Nope. You know what? Hold on. I'm going to change the music. I'm going to sort it by album, because I just want to hear only the piano ones. Let's listen to that. Okay. That way I can turn up the volume a little bit. I just feel like listening to it. I haven't listened to this in forever. I recorded this back in 2005, probably. 20 years ago. Holy crap. Yeah, bum, beep, bum, beep. What am I doing here? I can't remember where I was going. I got distracted by an email coming in about my son. His son's speech therapist, who I may be working with in my externship. I don't even know. Just asked some questions. I got distracted. Okay. I was possibly between my junior and senior years of high school at the time. Yeah, you're a youngin'. I was finishing my first graduate school degree. Of 2. Now in my second. I missed the trumpet I played on this was this Taylor trumpet. And it got stolen a couple years after. I really miss it. It was a really beautiful horn. I haven't listened to this in forever. I could just sit here and like listen to this. It just brings back so many memories. Now I have an oak and birch tree farm. Is it this building? Ah, it is. It is. Okay. Alright, well, I wasn't really here for birch leaves, but, you know, you always need them, so I guess I'll take them all down. The nice thing about this farm is with the water collection, it is really nice. The problem is it overflows and doesn't automatically sort. I should probably expand that at some point into like, well, I should just expand this whole thing because this farm is, if I need leaves, it's okay because you get a decent amount of leaves, but it's not great for if I need wood. It just isn't nearly big enough. So I should expand this at some point massively, or or just come up with a better way to get a whole lot of leaves. The other problem is I'm not getting any saplings. I think I have a lot of birch and oak saplings, but I should probably check that before I use all of this. Well, Mother, have you been following the hightail news? I've actually been watching a little bit of Prowl's coverage of the hightail stuff. I'm pretty psyched about it. I'm certainly going to be playing it for sure. How did this happen? Oh. Sorry. I don't know how that happened. Like, there's no flowers here. I thought they had to have flowers nearby to grow. I have no idea right now how many how many leaves we're getting. Like Shulkerful, maybe? All right, I gotta see if I have any saplings down in the basement of this place, which I think you get to. I knew there was a basement. Okay, cool. Yeah, see this thing, it just overflows and okay, so here we'll just dump this stuff. And birch leaves, I guess, because I'm not here for them. Oh. Ugh. Yeah, you know, I think I don't really need birch right now, so let's just keep all that there. I'm just gonna replant oak. Alright, I've been hearing about the hightail stuff. I'm gonna check it out. It came out for only 20 bucks. $20 price point, and coming out in early access in January. I gave my dad my flute to get repaired. I didn't trust my local repair shop because they told me since it was an open hole flute, it would be outsourced out of state. Yeah, I I still love playing. I was just talking to I'm just gonna cut these down because I need the saplings. I probably don't actually. I probably have a ton of saplings in Steelport, but this way we can just replant this all oak. And then I think this area will probably be loaded whenever we're harvesting crops, so we could just do that. My family in my hometown always gone to the same repair shop for a year. Yeah, mine always did too. Mine always did too, and it wasn't until I sort of became a professional that I realized there was, you know, nothing necessarily special about that repair shop. In fact, they were kind of slow and a little overpriced. And I sort of, now actually one of my buddies who I went to college with has been interning at a repair shop to learn the trade. And so now he's gotten good enough that I actually send my stuff to him now. In fact, actually, I need to send my flugelhorn to him. So right after, maybe right after New Year's, I'll send my flugelhorn in. It has my spring broke on my third valve slide. Shoot, man, gathering all these leaves takes forever. I actually just last night I just had to buy a new piccolo trumpet stand. Mine's been kind of hanging on by a thread for a long time, and the legs when I was screwing it in last night, the legs broke. So I'm on a sort of self-imposed spending freeze here, as my January and February gig schedule is not great. It's really light. I mean, January, February is always light, but it's light even for January and February. So I was trying to like spending freeze myself, but I just keep buying stuff, so that's not great. I mean, it's $20, not a big deal, but still, you know, still. Oh, I gotta work out like an automated storage system here. I don't think I need more than... Yeah, I don't need more than 2 stacks. I think 2 stacks will be fine. Let's see. I'll take this back. Wow, I have not gotten many oak trees. Okay, I'll take this back, put this stuff away, and then grab some bone meal. Oh, man. Almost out of birch. Okay. I can't wait. Have I mentioned? Have I mentioned? I can't wait for my freaking automatic storage. I know. I have a ton of oak saplings. There's a ton. Okay, put all this stuff away. Woo! Look at all the oak. Well, that'll be nice for building my medium and... Actually, this will be great. I'm getting a whole bunch of birch and oak because I'm going to need all this to build my custom birch and oak trees. I understand why YouTube has an experience system for chat. I have no idea. I have no idea. I saw that rollout. I was on Germ stream not terribly long ago, and I saw that. I don't understand it at all. Like, I don't know if they're. It's just there's no features. Like, if they were gonna do like, I don't get it. Like, if they were gonna do, you know, experience for chat. If they're gonna do experience for chat, then you need to have like ways to turn in your experience. But there are no ways. Like, there's nothing you can like. You can't like turn in your, you know, your chat for, I don't know, like what you can do on Twitch. I assume that that's kind of the goal, but they haven't implemented anything, so I don't get it. If they were going to do it, I mean, whatever. I feel like maybe you implement the rewards at the same time as you implement the experience. I mean, I don't have to do this at this farm. I could do this anywhere, I guess, but I don't have to pick up all the stuff, I guess. Till everything grows. The nice thing about doing here is you won't get the big trees. Ah, Bill. Oh my goodness, we're not even to one shulker yet? This is taking forever. Oh, go over to Lagunda's chat. Maybe I'll log off and go see what he's doing. I should probably get to fixing my toilet, honestly. It's starting to snow again. What the heck is going on? No more snow. Alright, yeah, so I'm gonna dip out. Work more on this later on. Alright, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. See you next time.